Hey guys,
Gentle.
welcome to the Valleycast. We're here.
Hello.
We're ready.
Hey.
We've you know, and the thing is like, you know, we started doing these kind of early because, you know, it just works out better for, you know, we're 4 different guys, 4 different lives,
Lots of schedules.
4 different wives.
We're bouncing around.
4 different schedules, 4 different families.
It's 7:45 in the
kids.
morning, and Steve sends it the link way early.
Way early.
I was like 8 a.m. I was like, we're doing this at 8 a.m.
Aw.
Regardless of whether you guys want to or not.
Just sending it out.
But then we had a lovely conversation, and which we can't talk about, but you know.
No.
But it was really funny, and what did you think, Elliott, of the text conversation? Did you read those, or did you just go like,
Oh, where you guys were discussing which of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles might have gotten COVID?
yeah. Which one would be the most irresponsible and get COVID?
Leo, right?
Yeah, I think Leo.
Leo.
No. It's clearly Raph. Raph 100%.
It's and I do want to say rest in peace to Splinter, who died of COVID a couple of months ago. But
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show.
so before we get started, I just wanted to, you know, let everybody know that we're you know, it's the 4 of us. We're gonna do a nice thing. Kevin's back. Last week we didn't have Kevin, and we want to see, you know, how you're doing. Get a little update on what you're up to, Kevin, and how you're feeling.
God.
And then
Bless you.
thank you. And then I wanted to share with you guys kind of what's been going on over on the Twitch channel, the Twitch Valleyfolk channel.
Little crazy Elden Ring.
The Twitch streams have gone a little off the rails, and I've been doing some really experimental shit over there, and I wanted to share that with you guys in just a moment here. But first, I just wanted to, you know, see how you guys are doing, check in and stuff, and you know, go ahead. How you guys doing? How you doing, Elliott?
Good. How you doing, Joe?
Oh, I'm great. Kevin, yourself?
I'm doing great, guys. I'm feeling great.
Kevin, you hurt your ankle. How you doing?
I did hurt my ankle. I fell on my ankle. I don't think anybody knows about
How did
that,
you
but
fall?
Steve.
How'd you fall down your ankle?
I was at the climbing gym.
Oh no!
And I was up on the climb, and I fell right on my ankle, and then it landed, and then twisted, and my whole body landed on top of the twist, and it made the loudest crack
Oh.
I had ever felt on my body, because I've never
Kevin.
broken a bone.
No,
so like
Kevin.
it was more the scariness that was like, oh shit, this is done. I'm done for. And then slowly throughout the day, it got a little bit better to where I was able to walk on it. And then I went to the doctor, and they said it was just a sprain. But ooh, it was bad.
Dude,
Wow.
I've climbed at those gyms, and maybe the exact gym that you've been climbing at, and
Yeah.
I don't think, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but it never ever feels 100% safe when you let go of that wall and you fall. It's a big old pad. It's great. You have to land just right every time, otherwise you can be very hurt. But man, it fills my belly with all the butterflies on the way down.
Even experienced climbers that are like doing these crazy ones will be like, that was scary up at the top. And it's like it's not any higher than what the beginners are doing. It's just because you're afraid of how you're going to fall if you slip a weird way.
Well, and also like the human brain is just, you know, hardwired to be like, I don't want to fall.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether there's safety or not, you know?
I asked you guys about this before, but like when I play video games, like if I'm playing Fortnite and I fall from a very far height or God of War, I still get belly butterflies. It's really
Really?
yeah.
Not so much anymore, like maybe with VR stuff, but yeah, I remember being well, go ahead.
I say to do it if I'm driving, like if I'm driving around a hill and my little dumb imagination goes like, if I just didn't turn my hand like this, I would fly, and then I'll get the like, bleh.
Yeah.
In VR, Steve, is there some sort of like skydiving VR that they've done?
Oh yeah,
yet?
man. Everything.
I've never even
there's
thought
all
about
sorts
that.
of stuff that are real anxiety inducing, and
That would be awesome.
and a lot of weird experiences, and they just keep coming. Like I just saw one recently that was experience an atomic blast.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So you're just like on a beach, and then all of a sudden you look off into the horizon. There's this big flash in the sky, and then you see like the mushroom clouds starting to form, and then the big shockwave comes at you, and like all the trees around you start like moving and stuff. It's really cool.
It's really effective until you realize it.
That's really happened.
You would also be burning right next to those burning trees.
Yeah.
Like
Vaporized.
Yep. You get to see everything else get vaporized, and it's almost like you're invincible in the moment. And all I was thinking was, oh no, this isn't real. You would have blacked out and be dead a long time ago.
Yeah. Dude, I was with the brain being tricked and stuff. Oh, one more thing about VR. There's this thing called something's plank experience or elevator.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Where like you're walking a VR plank across like a bunch of buildings.
Like stories and stories in the air.
And you're like, and everyone's like real nervous about it. Like, you know, it's just a human condition to be like, if we're really this high off the ground, it makes your brain feel like you're really up there. And there's a lot of videos of people being pranked while they do that. Like people push them off of the.
Do you think that all of this will go into the realm? I guess it probably will, but like the realm of putting on a VR headset at like a doctor's office to overcome like social anxiety or like things like that.
Trauma.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of
that's
practical
gonna be normal
scientific and psychological solutions in the VR world. And also for people, like we were saying this in the beginning when we were kind of like getting crazy with the first Oculus Quest and people were getting really excited about a non-tethered VR system. We were talking about how people who are disabled can use it to like, you know,
that's true. Yeah.
Walk around the world and go do experiences they're not able to.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to switch the subject entirely, so please feel free to jump in, Joe. But I was just really curious about what's going on with the Valleyfolk.
Okay, well, I was just going to.
The Twitch channel?
What has happened?
Wait, real quick. I had a thought that's tangential right before that. I woke up and I had it's almost like a VR thought. It's almost like an augmented reality thought, but not at all. But I wanted to ask you guys, how much would you not want to, or how, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being right now you enjoy living in the world that we're in, maybe it's a 9 or an 8, how far down the scale of rating would you go if you woke up one day and we found out that spiders are now voraciously attracted to eating human boogers?
Like suddenly
like
spiders
main source of food.
They just can't get enough of human boogers.
We've learned that the reason why we keep finding them in our noses is because they like our boogers.
You're saying how scared now would we become of spiders?
Spiders just love human boogers. And
the problem is it's not like I don't see spiders like on my daily, so I feel like
because they don't love human boogers.
Yeah, they'd start coming out of the wall.
You're saying now that they like boogers, we would see them more often.
They'd be all over.
I mean, it depends on how much that spider likes boogers, but they like them a lot, and they know where to find them.
Does that mean I could get like a bunch?
That's the part.
The part where they suddenly know where to get them. That's the part that's getting you.
Seeking missile. Yeah.
Suddenly they know how to get it.
Like, how much would that affect? Just everything. Like, we would all have sleep masks. Some guy would make billions off of it. It'd be amazing.
Wow.
And so, could I collect all my boogers and make a spider trap?
I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could.
Yeah, and I think someone would invent pretty quickly. The scientists would get on us not having boogers anymore. It would be a whole thing.
Well, and then there'd be the booger lobby. There'd be the booger.
That's right.
There'd be
the booger lobbyists.
And there'd be a lot of people saying like, but we need boogers. It's a function of the human body. It's kind of like this whole
big booger out of politics.
Big booger is good.
Big booger.
Big tissues are coming in and saying we don't want boogers.
Yeah. You would have like the PETA faction, the PETA spider faction that would be like, just let the spiders eat.
Yeah.
They're an important part of the ecosystem. Let them eat your boogers.
Yeah. Do you guys think Do you guys think it, like, I don't like, because like kind of on the subject of like no more boogers and like, you know, let's get rid of boogers because now we live in this world of where spiders love boogers. I was thinking about this new trend where like you see like people like celebrities like talking on Instagram or like they do like a, you know, a TikTok or something, and you can tell that they're all of the hair in their nose is gone. Like there's this latest thing where people just remove all of the hair out of their nose.
That's not good for you.
It's like a new a fashion thing. It's like a almost like you look better without all that hair in your nose. But we need that hair.
What's it called? Just so I can look it up.
Yeah, here, let me find out. Actually, you know what, Elliot? I got a guy that can do it if you want to see him.
He's got 8 legs. It's a spider. He'll go right up.
He's 9 spiders in a trench coat.
Very small doctor.
It is a small doctor at the end of the day. Okay, so guys, I've been really going ham on the Valleyfolk Twitch account, and I've been really kind of just, I don't know, maybe it's just been an expression of artistic.
Is it going ham, or is it just pressing one repeater button that kind of creates the ham?
Well, there's just, I think it's, the thing is it's not just that. It's like there's a lot of visual things going on also.
That's true. You're right. Well,
I was there for the beginning where I'm pretty sure you did it, and I hope you did it. I wasn't there for the follow through, but you were creating what I would consider some of the greatest video game stream art that I've ever seen, where you were just reading the terms of service.
Oh yeah.
For
Elden Ring.
Oh
did you
yeah.
play the game on that stream, or did you just read the terms of service?
Dude, that was a real bonkers situation.
No, he played.
Oh, you played. You ruined it.
Yeah.
If you would have just done the terms of service and then signed off, it would have been the greatest thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. That's like that stream where I read the terms of service was like a 9-hour stream.
It took like 2 hours to read the terms of service.
It was my first. It was like playing Elden Ring for the first time. Let me see if I can find that for a second. Oh yeah, here it is. Elden Ring first time playthrough. And you know, it was not good, man. It actually, my brain wasn't feeling so good towards the end of that. Provision, section 9. Hang on here, let me show you guys.
I like George R. R. Martin. Whoa! Ooh, they're dropping the license agreement on you right up top, baby.
Last updated April 1st, 2018. Okay, so they're just using like an old school. Let's get into this, guys. What do you think this is? Let's read the whole thing.
You got a fucking
With this
blood in
scary
your
music
mouth.
going on.
Oh.
Please read this agreement carefully. So I started at 30 minutes and 57 games or services seconds, and then the music's playing the whole time. All terms described herein, and all terms. And there's like 12 pages. So here we go. So here we'll just scroll through here a little bit. We're at 39 minutes. Section F. If you're a resident of North, Central, or South America, the purchase and use of items. Yeah.
At what point did you know you were gonna read the whole thing?
Well, I started, and then people were like, "Well, you got to read the whole thing."
Okay. So it was kind of a chat.
Yeah, it was like they
expected
it, and it would have been, and I think people would have been disappointed had I not done it. But yeah, so here we are, 39 minutes in, and 47 minutes.
Not a good idea. We're done. We're not doing this. No more bits.
Mumbling cuck. Okay, here we go. The party's permanent contractual obligations will not be changed in the manner described in this section. Bandai Namco. And then here we go, 55. Including the rights to reproduce, copy, adapt, modify. An hour and 7 minutes. An hour and 23 minutes. The following address. Bandai Namco Entertainment America, Inc. A minute and 38. Okay, so yeah, I think
there was.
Yes, 09 France. Yeah, see, I'm at the end of the line there. Rue de Dox is my favorite.
Now, did you accept?
But you did.
He declines it. Oh man.
French film.
Dude, what if you declined it and then just ended?
Is that it? What if I press? So what happens if I press? So it was like an hour.
Yeah.
Holy shit! You got a bunch of subs gifted. Is there another page? Should I press the?
I can't tell what Steve is talking.
So anyway, I did that.
Oh, that's good stuff.
And that was a real fun one. That was a fun one. But that's not even. That's
so
pretty.
good.
That's kind of normal compared to what's happening now.
Yeah.
And every time I do it, I think how it's like the Valleyfolk Twitch channel, and it's all of us, but I'm just really destroying. Like destroying.
You're destroying that very solid foundation that we
destroying
built on the Valleyfolk Twitch channel.
Yeah, that shit that had a very strong legacy.
The lifeblood.
But yeah, I want to share with you guys. So this was 2 days ago. This was the last time I streamed. Okay, and a lot of my streams kind of go here, and so I wanted to share with you guys. For those of you watching,
Never gonna give you up.
For those of you listening, you like it's still entertaining, but you're gonna want to go to the YouTube channel and watch this. Are you guys ready for this?
And you kept it titled Big Friday Fortnite.
Big Friday Fortnite. Because that's what I do Fridays. I play Fortnite with friends, and it's a good time. So this is 14 minutes into the stream. You know, I mean, the thing is it kind of starts off normal. You know, we have the stream's gonna start soon thing. And then things like that kind of happen.
Oh man.
Okay. So and then we'll go let's go like 14 minutes. Let's go like 14 minutes into this thing. Hang on.
Lord, I'll never forget this night. God bless y'all. Thank you.
That's a good speech.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Starr County Republican Party Executive Committee, good evening. And
This
thank
guy's
you
amped.
not only for your attendance, but for allowing me the opportunity to speak. My name is Phil Davison, and I am seeking our party's nomination for the position of Starr County Treasurer on November 10th. November of 2010, excuse me. In terms of my background, I am from the village of Minerva, where I'm serving my 13th year of elected service as a Minerva Council member. In terms of education, I have a bachelor's degree in sociology, a bachelor's degree in history, a master's degree in public administration,
Steve.
and a master's degree in communication.
It's just a fever dream.
He has a master's degree in
terms of elections
communication.
across Starr County, I have represented our party twice on the county ballot in both the primary and the general elections. When I ran for Starr County Clerk of Courts in 1996 and Starr County Commissioner in 2000, and I will not apologize for my tone tonight. And Starr County Commissioner in 2000. I have been a Republican.
Oh my God.
I have been a Republican.
So, dude. So what this is reminding me of?
Einstein issued one of
And you're
Wait,
You know when?
Wait.
You know.
Go ahead, Kevin. What's up?
You know when sometimes you see like a DJ or like an electronic music producer and they just like they have streams where they have their headphones on and they're just kind of looking serious, but they're making these awesome beats that are like happening because your face right now in the shot looks so serious,
in
like
the
you're
zone.
concentrating. Yeah,
It looks like I'm just watching a video that's weird, but it's me controlling the whole thing. But listen to what he says about. Listen to his favorite Albert Einstein quote, really quick.
Albert Einstein issued one of my most favorite quotes in the history of the spoken word, and it is as follows: in the middle of opportunity, excuse me, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. I'm going to repeat that so I have clarity tonight. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. This is the opportunity we've been waiting for. The opportunity we've been waiting for. Start counting treasures. 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 We've been waiting for.
I've got a piece of stationery and I've written down exactly what the word means to me. Ever since prom, I've liked being fucked by unprotected dogs. Well, I had a crab on my cunt so big you could have
No.
my God.
spice and had yourself a hell of a meal.
Oh,
Well, now I'm suing.
We need a structure and guidance. And now is the
Steve, you've somehow found a way to do Tim and Eric live. That's what you've done. You're just DJing Tim and Eric. That's it.
Yeah. And then eventually this happens.
Steven Seagal.
Friday, April 1st.
I would like to bring it back for a moment to the gentleman who has a master's in communications and screamed as loud as he could and still managed to screw up an Albert Einstein.
Dude, and the thing is there are some layers to this comedy here because you could really listen to what's happening there, and that's a really funny bit. That guy doing his speech, and then there's just like absolute insanity happening. And the thing is like, you know, it's fun to do, but I think you guys need to know what's happening over there.
So wait, is that just kind of the preamble before you play games, or do you do that for 2 hours?
That's the preamble before you play games.
But then that happens mid-game too.
Yeah,
that'll
like,
all of a sudden happen.
I think the stream gets started. Angeles. Oh yeah. Here we go. Check this out. This is how the show gets started.
It's not okay.
No, it's not. It's a mess. Oh, here we go. It's starting. Ladies and gentlemen, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live. From Los Angeles, California. Even though I know how very far apart we are, it helps to think we may be singing underneath the same bright star. Ladies and Steve Zaragoza, that's me, and I'm here representing the Valleyfolk.
Hold on.
You know, you don't have to say the representing the Valley.
Bonkers. I'm actually very impressed by the live switching and audio work. It's actually
Thanks,
very
man.
impressive.
It's really fun, and I have a lot of fun doing it for sure, but you know, I'm really kind of hoping that I can find someone who wants to do that instead of me so that I can kind of focus on other stuff while the stream happens. But I'd love to make it a thing where I have like a PA that kind of switches shit around. And they have no idea what they're doing. I just leave open like 20 tabs and go, just click over to any of these tabs at any time. And then we'll have other camera setups. I'm about to have, there's going to be a body paint show coming up soon. And then I'm talking to a friend of mine who's a dancer, and we're gonna set up a stripper pole in here, and she's gonna dance while I play Elden Ring, and we're gonna cut back and forth between her on a pole dancing and me playing Elden Ring.
Good. That's good. Because you're always looking for that next thing.
Yeah. What's next?
What's next?
What do people want? They want to see Elden Ring. They want to see people dancing on a stripper pole.
They can't choose. Don't make them choose.
So
And Twitch is so ridiculous that it's like, yes, go ahead and just be on a stripper pole. 100%. You can wear whatever you want as long as you're not showing your toes and you're not showing a nipple.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research into this, and I found that if you switch the type of stream you're doing between just chatting and Elden Ring, so anytime it cuts to the stripper pole, it switches back to just chatting.
Whoa.
And then when it switches back to Elden Ring, it switches back to Elden Ring.
Wow.
And that's how we get around a lot of the things. But my Elden Ring character looks kind of like a disgusting Shrek, and a friend of mine was saying that she wanted to do a body paint version of my Elden Ring character. So we're going to cut back and forth. We're going to check in on my friend and see how her body paint situation is going while I play Elden Ring and stuff. So we got a lot of weird shit planned. Yeah.
Is she going to do the orange chest hair?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the ad portion of the podcast. My name is Elliott, and I'm here to tell you about stuff that I think you should hear about because it helps us and it helps you. So here's the deal. This spring, it is time to revamp your daily routine with Bespoke Post and their new seasonal lineup of must-have Box of Awesome collections. Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every month. I have stuff I'm looking at currently that's just out of frame that is absolutely from Bespoke Post, and it's absolutely wonderful. I also have a tote bag that has become something of a look. I'm not gonna lie, it makes me feel cooler, and it's a great bag. I carry it around and I use it for packing and whatever. And I have to go out of town, so I'm gonna use it in a second. So there is some sincerity to what I'm saying, and I think that's important. No matter what you have going on this season, which hopefully is different than what I have going on this season, Box of Awesome has you covered. From camping gear essentials to cookout must-haves like hot sauces and barbecue rubs, Box of Awesome has collections for every part of your life, even if it is a big knife or like I have this thing that's this candle holder. Oh my goodness, it's so nice. So to get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you based on your personality, based on what you're interested in, and it's a wonderful system. So they release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories, and each box is valued at around $70, but you only pay a fraction of that price, and I can attest to that very sincerely. That's very true, and the quality of what they send you, honestly, is, I'm not lying, whatever, it's great quality. So also with each Box of Awesome, you're supporting small business. 90% of everything that comes in your Box of Awesome is from a small up and coming brand. So here's the deal. You want to get involved? You want to treat yourself? You want to have a nice time? Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code ValleyCast at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code ValleyCast for 20% off your first box. Boxofawesome.com, code ValleyCast. Give it a go. Truly, it's the only product that I've gotten where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have this for 15 years, and I think that's worth it. So thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. Let's get back to the episode, though. What's Elliott yammering on about? Who knows? Talk to you guys soon.
So anyway, I figured you guys should know what's going on over there.
Very sweet. I love it. You're an artist. There's no other way around it.
Thank you, Elliott.
And mentally ill. But Kevin, can you put that filter on your face again?
Yeah, sure.
I don't like
There
it.
we go.
But Elliott, I love whenever I cut to that Elliott picture.
Yeah,
Which-
I know that ultraviolet thing.
Yeah, well, it's there because when we used to do these streams or whatever, and then we would cut to you if you weren't there or whatever, and we'd cut to like this normal picture of you. But at one point I like messed with it, and now it's like we're cutting back to Elliott. It's like you're part of every stream.
I love it.
Yeah.
And people are like, I love that Elliott's here, like hanging out
Yeah.
with you while you play Elden Ring and stuff.
And it's the realest version of me. 'Cause
It is,
still
it's you.
dead
And
silent,
I love that you just sit
and-
there in silence while I kind of
Yeah.
just do my thing. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of streaming lately, and if you guys want to see that chaos, you should go to twitch.tv/thevalleyfolk. And there's a healthy amount of activity going on over there.
Look, we've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you do go hang out, it's actually a great time, because from the start of this whole venture, this crazy little journey that we've been on, the funniest people that were involved with the Valleyfolk were 100% the Twitch commenters, always being funny.
Oh, dude, it cracks me up, because I'm trying to be serious while I do it, and people really crack me up all the time.
So shout out to the Valleyfolk audience, always a notch above.
So we just passed April 1st, which for those of you that practice, April Fools is traditionally April 1st is April Fool's, the day where you kind of trick your friends, or sometimes corporations do little fun tricks, and it's
make some funnies, make some ha-has,
lighthearted, and usually doesn't hurt people, and this and that. Did you guys experience any fun April Fool's buffoonery this year?
Not one thing
either.
Didn't see a thing.
That was the thing too. I didn't even see a social media thing. Nothing happened online, it seemed like.
Well, it seems like and you, Elliott, anything? Did you see anything that you enjoyed?
Did you guys see the Astroglide ad?
No,
but can you send it to me in the chat and I'll play it here?
In the Zoom chat?
In the Zoom chat, yeah.
Yeah. It's just a tweet. It's just a tweet of a...
Oh, it's a tweet. Okay.
Yeah. I need to show you. It's pretty easy. It says, for those not watching, it says, introducing Lube for Dogs from Astroglide.
Oh, no.
Worried about your four-legged friend's fornication? Just a few squeezes of Lube for Dogs is all they need to get a little rough.
See, that's fun.
Now
That's
what
great.
makes it extra fun is the follow-up tweet that happened shortly after that said, "You guys, it's a joke about dogs boning each other. Y'all are nasty."
In all caps. I love that, because of course gross people have to go there, right? But that's a fun one. Like, there were people that were kind of like, because right now it feels like the whole universe is a big April Fool's joke that we've just been an extended April Fool's joke we're just stuck in. But so there were a lot of people kind of talking about online saying that, like, be careful what you joke about right now, because there's a lot of people that don't really want to participate in something like that right now. Things are too, which is interesting, because like I totally get that. Like, if you don't want to see certain, if you're not trying to, I don't know. I guess there's some jokes that go too far or whatever, and sometimes people like to joke about pregnancies and things like that, and people get kind of touchy about things like that, and that's totally okay. So it seemed like there were less kind of like April Fools jokes, which might be why you guys didn't see many of them.
That probably is why. Yeah. People are done with the comedy.
We're all still reeling from the slappening too. So.
Well, because I think, and the slappening, obviously, yeah, for sure. But I think that like the April Fool's thing is like, because there's a lot of tone deaf, like corporate April Fool's jokes that have happened in the past that have made people uncomfortable and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of more the feeling of like, don't do that. Like, people didn't want the corporations to be like, hey, we're having fun, when they're all kind of evil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is a bummer to me, because it's funny to me.
It's
funny. I just want to know how the writer's room sesh went, and how much they were pitching those jokes back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, with Astroglide for Dogs, you can help your dog find his
not
bone.
one person thought. People might think this is about bestiality. No one said that.
Right.
Dude, I wouldn't even for a second. I would have been the guy in the corner pitching puns as well. I would have never thought people would take it that place.
Well,
the follow-up tweet could have been planned, though. They could have known that it was going to go to there.
Well, I love that it's already kind of like a risque company anyway. You're selling lube. You're based in kind of like an adult, realm. So they can kind of get away with something a little more filthy like that. If it was like Chex or like Cheerios.
Dude,
our Cheerios are big enough to wear on your penis.
Somebody posted on Twitter.
Oh, even better. Wait. With Astroglide for Dogs, you can help your dog roll over and find his bone. There it is.
Or how about this? With Astroglide for Dogs, you won't have to ask your best friend to beg.
Oh, wait.
That's back to the beat. That's back that's one step forward, 4 steps back.
Okay, so we're
the
trying
dog's
to keep...
best friend.
Your dog. Astroglide for Dogs, your new dog's best friend.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Astroglide for Dogs. Your dog will sit on a big fat dog dick, not a human dick.
And it'll go in real nice because it's lube.
The thing is, not to make this too personal, but in my years at a veterinary hospital, you use lube all the time to stick your finger directly up dogs' buttholes. And I've done it a million times, and they don't like it. And so, but sometimes you do use things like Astroglide or KY. And it's just it makes it easier so that you can either express their anal glands or retrieve a sample from
You
there.
say they don't like it, but I have to think that one time one dog just turned back to you and winks.
Yeah.
Or instead of going, ow, it goes, aye.
You know what they do is you just see every time the look on their face just is like, and then you just get
Oh, I love it.
What was that?
Excuse me,
that's
sir.
That's not something that happens in the animal kingdom.
Oh.
If you're going to do that, I'd like you to fill up my dog bowl first, sir.
Why don't you take me for a walk first?
Like that John Mulaney joke when he's like, you think you know what everything's going to feel like? And he gets his colon checked and he's like, you don't know what that's going to feel like.
Dude, I just, dogs need love too. That's all I'm going to say about that. But there was one, there was one April Fool thing that kind of got me that I saw. But it only got me because, and I'm wondering if this is like a long con or something, but did you guys see like last week there was this article that came out that said that the Northern Lights will be semi-visible from like Kentucky or something like that?
I didn't see it.
It was like somewhere in the U.S., like in the United States, you would be able to see like pieces of the Northern Lights.
But it was so far south that it was kind of like, what's going on?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was like, that's really cool. I didn't know that it could like make its way to the U.S. You could see it from the U.S. at some point. I thought that was kind of neat. And so whatever, I didn't think much about it because I was like, it's in Kentucky or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to go to Kentucky to see that shit. And then like April Fools, you forget it's April 1st.
Yeah, I know it.
Did you see it, Elliott?
Yeah.
There was a very well made LA, like LA has this like, there's this kind of like LA, I don't know, like advertisement thing where like, you see things that are happening in LA and there's websites that are centered on activities that are happening in LA that will make like meme pictures saying like this weekend only you'll see like a meteor coming over LA or like this weekend only you could do this or that. And there's a very stylized like this is an LA looking thing and someone made like a very legitimate version of that, but it said tonight for the first time in 40 years, you can see the Northern Lights from the Griffith Observatory.
Oh, that's great.
And it looked so real. And it was like tonight at this time, like get your friends together. And I was like, holy shit. Like for just like a split second, I was like, well, I'll go to the fucking Griffith Observatory to see a little bit of the Northern Lights. And then I was like, oh, fuck, it's April. It's April 1st. Fuck. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid.
I am only finding out now that was an April Fool's.
It was so legit.
Grace and I saw it in bed, and we were like, I guess we could go.
Yeah.
Like, nah. And then we went to sleep.
Right, it's like, shit, could we go on the roof and see it on the roof? Like, if we can see it from Griffith Park, maybe we can see it from the valley, you know?
I think Grace's exact words were, I'm in bed, I'm cozy.
Which is funny to think about, because it's like something that could never happen. It still couldn't get you out of your bed to go check it out.
It's like during COVID when the bioluminescent waves were happening on
Oh, yeah.
and we were like, we've seen enough pictures. Like, we don't have to go.
It's so relatable, because it's like,
We're
yeah,
30-somethings. We've seen enough things in life.
Yeah,
Ready to see more
you get it.
stuff.
Do you feel like you missed out on like when you could see like Halley's comet or whatever? Like remember there was like there's some nights where like you could see this comet for the first time in like 100 years or something, and then we'll never see it again for another 100 years or something. Do you feel kind of sad when you miss out on stuff like that?
No.
Maybe only in the moment, you know.
Because it doesn't really matter.
That solar or lunar eclipse that happened not too long ago was pretty cool, because that was like no matter where you were, you got to experience that.
Yep, that
even
was
if
dope.
it was just a little bit.
But that's the one where people were like traveling to Kentucky.
Totally.
Like there's like certain areas where you could see it the best, or like a full eclipse, and people like made pilgrimages.
Right,
I love it though.
Right,
It's so cool.
Well, because like like Owen is like a buddy, a friend of the show. Owen has been Owen Wilson is a huge fan of the show and loves space stuff and stuff. And whenever there's like some kind of like space, like, ooh, you're gonna be able to see like this solar flare, or like you're gonna be able to see some comet, or you're gonna see some star or whatever, Owen will always text me and be like, go outside at 8 o'clock and like look to the north or whatever. I like that I kind of have my space buddy that's like kind of keeping it real with when things like that happen, because that's fun.
Your radar space friend.
Right, everybody needs one, because that shit's interesting.
Can I share a pop culture opinion?
Please.
Yes, please.
About a movie. Sometimes I don't feel like I come with a lot of opinions on it. I watched the first episode of the show called Moon Knight.
I still haven't seen it yet.
Really, really liked it. Was super surprised how much I liked it.
Ooh.
I'm excited to start it.
Yeah, because it's an awesome cast.
Oh, you guys haven't watched any of it?
Haven't watched it, no.
Awesome cast, and Oscar Isaac is just killing it. He's so cool.
Love it.
It's so awesome that we got Oscar Isaac as a Marvel superhero at this, which is really cool.
I mean, eventually we get everybody as a Marvel
right?
Now,
right?
Yeah.
Like
life cycle.
Like it's unbelievable, and I also
like Kumail Nanjiani is a Marvel superhero.
Flula DC, but still, like somebody that we know is a superhero in one of the universes.
And Steve Agee is like a DC hero.
Everybody's involved in some way or another. I thought it was what I found the most fascinating about that show, and Oscar Isaac being part of it, is that he's doing like a weird backdoor entry into the Marvel universe, Astroglide, and he's going through TV first. And I thought that was interesting, because he's such a big movie star that you would be like, maybe his team wouldn't let him be in a television series, but now he's going television series first, and I'm sure he'll be in all the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
It seems like they're really pushing. What's that?
Who is that? Who are you referencing there?
Oscar Isaac.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, it is strange that it's a TV show. I was like, but when I watched, I was like, this is like doesn't feel like too kitschy like a lot of the
because they're really pushing this like TV. It will replace movie theaters kind of thing, because the industry is real nervous about another kind of like quarantine situation happening and completely crippling their productions and things like that. So they're trying to figure out ways to make like, people having to go out and go to the movie theater an obsolete situation. So when they put like huge stars like Oscar Isaac and like, whoever who was it that plays Vision in the
Paul Bettany.
You get Paul Bettany in there, and you got like, you got your big stars on these Disney shows, and now you got Ewan McGregor playing Obi-Wan Kenobi coming back and shit like that. It's like all these like big stars are jumping into like the streaming thing. Like even Ryan Reynolds released like a streaming movie and shit.
The Adam Project.
Yeah, I thought we knew that was gonna kind of happen. Though.
Yeah, but it was just kind of like
shock.
it's coming, but now we're in it.
Now it's happening.
Yeah, now we're in it, and it's like really interesting to see because even like there's so many shows with so many like even Tom Hanks did like a streaming movie with that like Chappie thing.
You're right. Yeah,
that kind of came out of nowhere. So we got like these huge stars like doing shit like this. I've been distracted from Moon Knight, which I need to see, and it's on my list because there's so much good fucking TV right now, guys.
Severance. Have you seen Severance?
Severance
is unbelievable.
Is incredible.
I need to watch it.
It's like up there with one of the best shows I've seen in maybe 5-10 years or something.
So creative. The cast it makes that show. Like it's the cast.
And it's the plot. I never know what's going to happen in that show. That's like every episode. I'm like, well, all right. I guess it's a crazy show.
And it's a limited series, and it's gonna end, and we don't know if we'll get more. But it's
what's it on? I've never even heard of it.
It's an Apple Plus show.
Ah, okay.
Or Apple TV or whatever.
People love it.
And next week is the finale already, and there's like 8 episodes or something. But it's an unbelievably well made show. It's Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller's the showrunner and has directed a bunch of episodes. But all these like amazing directors have come in and done episodes, and it's Adam Scott, and it's like John Turturro and Christopher Walken and Patricia Arquette and like all these like amazing fucking actors. Like it's just like an absolute amazing piece of art. Yeah.
I need to see that. I also need to see the movie that you just watched, Steve. Everywhere, Everything, All at Once.
Everything.
I've heard. Someone was telling me about that yesterday. So it was one of the most creative movies they've seen in their lives.
Everyone needs to see it. Everyone. It should be required viewing for everyone. It should just be like
me and Ellie made a deal to see it before we do Disneyland.
You have to. Please, everyone see it. I'm begging you to see this movie.
Everywhere, all the time. Everywhere.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. Okay. And
it's one word. Just a trip. Go sober.
Dude, I took Owen to see it, and Owen didn't know anything about it. If you guys know nothing about this movie, please keep it that way. Don't watch any trailers. Don't watch it. Don't look it up. Just go to the fucking movie theater.
Is it? If I have a partner who gets sensitive about violence or that kind of thing, does it become scary or anything like that?
No, it's.
And by the way, she doesn't. I'm just putting that on her. That's
for a friend. You're for a friend.
I don't
You're
like
asking
blood
for a friend.
Yeah.
For a friend, is there any blood in this movie? But no, it's
cool.
You just have to see it. It's just a beautiful piece of art, pretty much, and it unfolds in a way that I think everybody can find entertainment in, like and understand it does. But it's like it does such an amazing job of like giving you something that other directors try to give you, but are always kind of stuck in the artsy, confusing "what did I just watch" world. And this movie kind of holds your hand in a not pandery way. And it's so beautiful. It's just so fucking beautiful.
Did any of you see Swiss Army Man? Because it's from the same directors who did that.
Yeah, the Daniels.
Because that movie kind of like got made fun of a lot, and I still that was great. That was a great movie. It was weird for sure, but it was still like a good, well-made, entertaining movie.
That fucking movie. When you go back and you go, what was that about? And you go, yeah, he found like a guy that was like a dead body, and it could turn into anything that he needed it to be.
Yeah,
exactly. and it farts, and it farts, and its farting is how it moves on the ocean. I guess. I need to rewatch that movie because I don't know. I that seems like the kind of movie I would love, and I didn't love it.
I think it was an expectation thing. Like the idea sounded so unbelievable, and the trailer was so good that you go into, and it probably just didn't hit what your lofty thoughts for it were going to be.
One more piece of television art that I'm absolutely loving and is
Attack on Titan. Let's talk about it, baby.
Attack on Titan season 9, baby.
It's awesome. Anyway.
No, I've never seen it. I heard it's great, but Our Flag Means Death.
Yeah, it's great.
It's
so good.
It's finished now, right?
Good. Yeah. And I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was the finale, but now that I think about it, it really kind of does feel finale-esque.
I think it was. It's
Those guys ain't gonna do no wrong. Come on now.
It's just, if you guys haven't seen that show, like, I mean, and that one's maybe a little bit easier to get a hold of than Severance is, but
it took me a second to get into Our Flag Means Death. Like the first couple episodes, I was like, I don't know, and then I was immediately like, okay.
That's how a lot of people are.
Yeah, because the first episode is like, okay, so what do we got here? We got What We Do in the Shadows on a pirate ship. Okay, I'm in. And then the second episode is like, oh, this isn't hilarious though. Like, I want to die laughing like I do with What We Do in the Shadows. And then episode 3 rolls around and you're like, oh, I see what this is. You understand what it is by like the 3rd or 4th episode, and then you're fucking hooked. And then you're like, I can't wait to see what happens in this show. Yeah.
Kevin holds up a finger in the shape of a hook. Okay, well, I'll tell you something about a show that I wanted to love and did not like, and stopped watching almost immediately, which is unfortunate. Human Resources, which is the spin-off from Big Mouth. Big Mouth, I think, is a perfect show, and one of the only things that makes me cry laughing by myself. Human Resources took all like the crazy creatures and threw them into like their own little like The Office type show. Like, it's a workplace comedy, and does not work at all because it's all the
Thanks
crazy.
For saving me the time. You saved me a click,
dude. It's all the crazy in a building. But the crazy in a building doesn't work because all that shit is grounded by the children and like the common experience,
real life.
Big Mouth. Yeah. It's not there in Human Resources, and it's just boring. Like, I was bored.
Yeah. Do you think this is like an American Dad kind of situation, or like, where it was like not as good as Family Guy or whatever, or like what was the other show, the Cleveland show and stuff like that?
Oh yeah,
I don't know. People loved all that. Like, they all had a niche,
I'll tell you a show I decided to stop watching that I was pretty excited about, called Winning Time on HBO, about the rise of the LA Lakers dynasty.
I was gonna. That was on my list. Yeah.
It's fun, but I'm not a fan, and it took me about 3 episodes before I realized that television show was too pornographic for our household, and I had to stop out of protest. I was like, I'm uncomfortable. They've done one too many sex scenes. I don't have to watch this. I can watch anything I want. And so give it a go if you want, but don't watch it around your children, Kevin.
Wait, more so than like Game of Thrones? Did you watch Game of Thrones?
Definitely not more so than Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones was kind of hot. And
this is not hot.
Like 70s old, and it's like very graphic. And I was like, I don't want to be a prude, but I'm not enjoying this.
Wow, interesting. Who knew a basketball show would be?
Like, yeah, because it's like the guy who's super rich who makes the LA bus, I think is his name. And it's well acted, semi well made. It's got that Adam McKay thing where they turn, they turn to the camera and they like talk to you constantly, but they do it a lot. So it's like you can't get into a scene because in the middle of the scene they'll just turn to you and they'll be like, "This is what I'm doing right now." Yeah, it's a lot of breaking the fourth wall.
So here's a little interesting trivia about that show. So that's Adam McKay, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Adam McKay and John C. Reilly.
Yep.
And John C. Reilly plays this guy that like essentially like was the money guy behind all the Lakers stuff, right?
Harry Bus. Yep. Yeah, that's what.
So here's a little. I don't know how if this is common knowledge or not, but apparently, when this project was coming off the ground,
I know where you're going.
Yeah, Will Ferrell was like, I want to play this character. And Will Ferrell and Adam McKay are very close and work together and have made amazing movies together. And
they're still part of the Gary Sanchez production company, but Will Ferrell still wanted to do comedies that are wacky and stuff. And Adam McKay is in this.
He's doing this more political thing.
Real life, the world is ending. We better start talking about it type of
echo chamber content, I call it.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. But they're still in a company and they're still friends, but they're starting to drift.
Oh no!
Right. There's apparently a rift, and some people are saying that this ruptured their friendship, and this series might have caused a rift between Adam McKay and Will Ferrell because he really wanted to play the role that went to John C. Reilly. And he was like, "This is the role I want to play," and Adam McKay is like, "No, I think this is John C. Reilly's role, or maybe John C. Reilly wanted it more."
John C. Reilly does a great job on him too.
I read the article, and then what happened was Will Ferrell really, really, really wanted it, and then Adam McKay didn't necessarily say no, it's going to John C. Reilly. He just went over to John C. Reilly without telling Will, and hired John C. Reilly, and then he found out through the grapevine, and then they parted ways.
Oh, damn! So if this series ends up being kind of what kills that like Dirty Sanchez thing, that Anchorman thing, how does that feel for you?
But it already kind of did.
Yeah.
I thought Will Ferrell did great in The Shrink Next Door, so I think he can do dramatic roles. But John C. Reilly does great too. So
Could
I'd
you
like to
see?
I don't like it. The Will Ferrell comedy thing doesn't do it for me anymore because I just feel like he acts like an 8-year-old, and I don't think it's that fun. I enjoy it, but it's not like I like when he's doing. I find him such a likable
More
guy
serious.
that when he's more of a sympathetic character, I get more into the whatever it is.
Could you see him in this role? Do you think he could have done it?
Yeah, sure.
I think you would have been going, that's Will Ferrell the whole time, and I think that's what Adam McKay wanted to step away from.
Stay away from, yeah.
You definitely don't with John C. Reilly. It's way more immersive, so I would say it was the right choice. It's just too sexual and it's too pornographic, and I don't know what. I started a petition to get it taken off of HBO because HBO has a good standard of not having any nudity, and I don't know.
No toes, no feet,
no toes, no nipples. Can I have to run. Can I give a quick plug?
Yes, please do it. We'll just call it a short one. We'll say goodbye to everyone. Go ahead.
It's almost been an hour.
I'll be opening for Grace Helbig and Mamrie Hart's This Might Get Weird show on April 7th, which is a Thursday at the Tampa Improv. And you can get tickets in the description if you would like. And they're selling out quick. So thank you so much for your time. Good night, everybody.
Well, I hope everyone goes to see that. And that would be out. Where is that? In Tampa?
The Tampa Improv.
That's fun, man. Are you
doing?
Do you have some new? Are you writing some stuff? Like, do you have some? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to try one out on us?
What is it even? What is it up? Oh, I got one. I was gonna open with this one. I was gonna go. Man, who I got to have sex with to get some stage time in this town?
Damn, that's really good. That's really awesome. Wait, are you gonna tell Mamrie to get your fiance's name out of her mouth at some point?
Yeah. I'll just walk up and just slap.
Just slap Mamrie. Just see what it does for your career. Maybe it'll do a little something. All right, well, guys, thanks for listening to the show. Anybody, Joe, you got any plugs? What's going on with the movie game?
Movie game. I do not want to throw a specific date out, but because they told me not to, just in case things mess up in the warehouse. But it will be shipping like almost nowish.
That's awesome. I'm really excited about that.
For US and Canada.
Okay.
Oceania will be behind, and then the UK and Europe are even farther behind because of what is called VAT registration, and they've made it very complicated, but we're trying to work through it.
Whoa.
In Oceania, that's the airline that went down.
Mm-hmm. And we'll never forget that.
Jack Shepherd.
The LAX to Australia, yeah. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for listening and watching on youtube.com/The Valleyfolk. Please check out our twitch.tv/The Valleyfolk Twitch streams that happen semi-regularly. Every Friday, at least, we do Big Friday Fortnite around noon. And, follow everybody on the socials. Kevin, glad you're back. Glad your ankle's doing okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you can walk on your ankle now?
I can walk now. I can't run.
That's enough.
That's
enough. That's all I want to know. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Maybe kids find a joy.